Hello guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to Goals Galore, welcome back to yet another live watch along on the channel. And this one, it is France, many people's favourites, taking on Sweden, who had to get through via one of the best placed third place sides. In this one, they go head to head here in New York for this one at the MetLife Stadium, and we'll run through the sides in just a second. Hopefully you're all safe and well, and welcome one and all to the stream as well. Let me just promote it quickly, that's the only thing I forgot to do, and then we'll be all ready to get the coverage underway. Mbappe versus Gyokeres, who will come out on top? I think we all know our answer in our mind, but imagine if Sweden could pull up an upset in this one. Wouldn't that be great? And how crazy would that be if they were able to? As always, if you're going to enjoy, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe as well. Squinting on France to win. I think many people think France will win this one. I think in the prediction video I said 5 or 6-1, didn't I? Something like that. I think it will be an absolute battering of Sweden tonight, unfortunately. They've been involved in a lot of goals so far, but then again, it is the knockout round, so far the games have been a lot more closer. Less goals have been scored in this round so far, and so maybe it's not going to be an absolute batter, and maybe Sweden compete and make it really difficult for France. Let's wait and see. Of course, under Graham Potter, though, Sweden like to play quite expansive and dominant style of football. See how that works out against France, who have world-class players all over the place and all over the pitch as well. Okay, we're going to look at the location the stadium's in. It looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. Right, let's quickly have a look then at the starting 11s for this one. So we begin with France, of course. Maignan in goal, Koundé, Upamecano, Saliba and Dean at the back. We've got Rabiot and Chouameni in midfield. Michael Olise in the 10 role, he's been much more effective there. Dembele scored a hat-trick last time out, and he starts on the right. Barcola on the left, and captain Kylian Mbappe, of course, up top for France in this one. Moving across to the Swedish side, it's Zetterstrom in goal, of course, of Derby County. Number 2 is a player, I'm probably not going to be able to say his name. We'll give it a go for a laugh. Lagerbielk, maybe? Something like that. Lindelof is the captain, he's at centre-back as well, along with Gudmundsson. Into midfield, we've got Svensson, Bergvall, Ayari and Stroud. And in the front three, which is where Sweden are most talented in this side, Alanga on the right, Alexander Isak on the left, and up front in the centre, Victor Gyokeres, of course, under Graham Potter. And France led out by Didier Deschamps in this one as well. Let's see how it unfolds then. And here in the USA, are France about to make a huge stride closer to a World Cup? Well, let's wait and see, of course. They won it in 2018, but 8 years later they want to win again. And a side as talented as France are, you always expect them to be in the latter rounds at least, but probably in the final more times than not. But of course, so many great footballing nations out there. France certainly count as one of them. And the talent at the moment is absolutely ridiculous in that squad. And that's only the starting 11 we've covered. On the bench, there are some incredible talents as well. Every one of them could probably start for, I'd say, 95% of the other countries at this year's World Cup. But for France, they are so gifted that they're on the bench. It's mental. Right, here we go then. France-Sweden, highly anticipated match. And Sweden will get us underway in just a few seconds. Alexander Isak to get us underway here. Let's see how this one goes. How will both of these sides fare against each other? Sweden had a very mixed group stage, and France, well, France did what France were expected to do and won all of their games. Straight away, Sweden went on the attack here. They're going to have to be immense tonight if they want to beat France, or hope they catch them on an off day. One or the other, but the chances of catching these superstars on an off day is, not high. Not likely at all. Free kick early doors here for France. Inside their own half. And back it goes to Upamecano. And the only thing, I watched France's opening game against, was it Senegal? I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. They won 3-1 in the end, but first half they were really poor, really disappointing. I haven't actually watched a full game of the French side since that point, so let's see if they've improved since the opening game here in the United States. For Sweden, I watched their first 2 games, I'm pretty sure, where they won 5-1 first game, lost 5-1 second one, and then third one, I watched that one as well, 1-1 Japan, so I've seen quite a lot of Sweden. They've just been really inconsistent and really poor defensively. A lot of poor goals have been conceded from Sweden, and going forward, they have looked a threat. But let's see what happens here. Welcome in, Lurkon. How are you doing, mate? Come on, the France. Yeah, many people's favourites. And in the sweepstake, this is Skrinson 007 coming up to face against... Who's Sweden on the list? We have got Sweden. Can't find Sweden. Sweden is Daniela Richards. So Skrinson 007 against Daniela Richards in this one. Let's see who comes out on top in the sweepstake for this one then. So Sweden on the ball. Both sides like to have possession, but I think it will be France who have the majority in this one. Great ball, by the way, from Lindelof over the top, finding Gyokeres. Isak in a brilliant position, and it's a really poor strike from Liverpool's striker. Has to do better there. What a huge chance that is. 2.5 minutes in, but I don't think Sweden are going to get a better chance all game than that. They know they would have had to be clinical against this French side. But what a move. Lindelof at the back. Route 1 looking for Gyokeres. Make the run into the channel. Laid it back to Alexander Isak. Great movement. And then tame effort at Maignan in goal. Here is William Saliba, Premier League winner. Coming up to face, of course, Victor Gyokeres, his teammate at Arsenal. And the Swedish number 17. Ball on the far side here for France. Dembele. On the ball here against Bergvall. Dembele beats him, the Ballon d'Or winner, and wins a free kick as well. Scored a hat-trick the other night against Norway, didn't he? Dembele. A lethal in front of goal. Champions League winner this year as well. Back-to-back Champions Leagues. So, not a bad few years really for Dembele. Champions Leagues. League titles with PSG. And the best accolade an individual can win. The Ballon d'Or. Ball in from the free kick there for France. And it's cleared away. One thing I have forgotten to do, and that is add the screen into the bottom corner. So give me 2 seconds while I get that up and running for you. So you can follow along with the action as it happens in the game. There we go. So no one's expecting this one to go any further than 90 minutes tonight. This one should be relatively straightforward for France, you would expect, against Sweden. But, of course, we have seen a shock, and Paraguay are the biggest shock so far of this round. And they are who will play the winners of this one. Alanga giving chase to this. He's got Saliba with him. Alanga wins that ball. Absolutely rapid. Alanga, a few step overs. Great player for Sweden. Alanga looking to get to the left-hand side. Loses out that time. Elise combining with Dembele. One ball over the top, searching for Bradley Barcola, and Zetterstrom of Derby rushes out of his goal to beat Barcola to the ball there. Throw in taken by Mbappe. 2 balls on the pitch. And still, why can't they just clear the other ball off the pitch? Come on, guys. They're meant to be good. Rabiot, finally that throw was taken. Chouameni. Jules Koundé at right back, finding Dembele. Koundé once again. Dembele looking for Chouameni. Olise ahead. Instead he goes to Rabiot. On this left hand side. France starting to put the pressure on Sweden. Poor pass there towards Rabiot. And a foul on Victor Gyokeres means a free kick the way of Sweden. Yeah, really clever there from Victor Gyokeres. Rabiot coming against Gyokeres, and Gyokeres shields the ball really well. Takes the hit, goes down, free kick. So Zetterstrom for the free kick here for Sweden. Down it goes. One there by Gyokeres, who has been pulled to the floor by Saliba. A friendly battle, that one. Dean. Olise. Barcola getting involved as well. Olise goes to ground. Bergveld wins the ball, but the referee pulls it back for that foul on Michael Olise. I don't think it'll be long before Olise wins the Ballon d'Or. And in fact, I think if France were to win the World Cup, I know they didn't win the Champions League Bayern Munich, because they did get far in it, and they did win the league. They did win the Bundesliga, of course. So, if they can win the World Cup with Olise, definitely in with a shout of the Ballon d'Or this year, I'd say. Let me know in the chat. When do you think Olise will win the Ballon d'Or? I think it's definitely going to happen. And that's if Haaland and Norway don't win it. Ball at the back here for Sweden. Svensson. Got Bergvald with him. Goes back. Long ball into midfield, and it's a pass to nowhere really. One back by Sweden. Alanga. Down the line it goes. Searching. Isak was given chase, and France coolly able to get that one away with ease. Now Rabiot. Back to Upamecano. Koundé now on the far side of the pitch. France. Poor pass there. France have good intentions so far, but just not able to get any of these moves to work and click as it stands. Big game for my FPL, well not FPL, but FIFA World Cup fantasy side. Got Olise, Musiala, who's been knocked out, Dembele and Mbappe in here. Also had Nemecha also, but he was just as bad as Musiala yesterday for Germany. Opening 8 minutes here, 0-0 it remains. No big chances for France, but Sweden had that Alexander Isak chance, which on 2.5 minutes he should do a lot better with. Here's Luca Dean. France looking to hold on to a bit of possession here. Saliba finds Rabiot. Keeping the width, which is good. Sweden keeping France out for now. Rabiot back to Chouameni on the right. Olise finds Koundé. And Sweden, they know how important it is to stay organised against such a talented and creative French side. And they win it back again. Really good play. Alexander Isak releases Gyokeres. Gyokeres gets there first. Now finds Svensson. Into midfield. Here's Ayari. Back to Bergvald. And Sweden decide, you know what? France have got bodies back. Let's hold on to the ball a little bit. But actually, that's a quite a good pass. Alanga now on the right hand side. Back to Svensson. France don't look too bothered whenever Sweden have the ball, but Sweden have got some really dangerous players, especially going forward. Ayari driving into space here. Ayari. Gyokeres tried to put it back to Ayari, and that's poor there from Sweden. Great chance to do something and completely froze. But they have won a throw-in on the near side here in front of the Swedish bench. Bergvald for the throw-in. Back down line it goes. Elise fighting for the ball. Another Sweden throw-in on the near side. Well, let us know your score predictions in the chat, guys. Hopefully we're all having a fantastic day as well. Yeah, as I say, that in score predictions, for me, I did go quite high scoring. I think France will probably batter them, but I'm not sure actually because there's been really low scoring games so far. And on the left hand side, yeah, Sweden on the attack, into the box they go, and that cross got way too much on it. And so Stroud, poor delivery there from France's number 24. Good ball out to him. Had the beating of Koundé with pace. But that ball into the centre was awful. Mignon finds Saliba at the back. France build. Chouameni. Out to Dembele on the far side. Here's Elise on the turn. Spins through. Here's Mbappe, edge of the box. Mbappe finds Elise again. Edge of the box here, France, looking dangerous. And Koundé looked to go the long way round. And out of play, it was shielded by the Swedish defender Gudmundsson. So goal kick Sweden. Of course, Didier Deschamps back in the French dugout for this one. Suffered some terrible news in the last few weeks. So he wasn't there actually for their final group game against Iraq, wasn't it, their final game? But he's back in the dugout today. Ball back with France on the far side. Across it goes to Saliba. France starting to build now once again. Saliba, one of the best centre-halves in world football at the moment. Finds Chouameni. Now Olise. Long ball over the top, but it's to no one. Miscommunication at the back there for Sweden, but doesn't cause them any immediate harm. Zetterstrom, long ball forward and keeper to keeper there. Mignon of France will have that one now. So quite a slow start to this game. Not many big chances being created. Of course, Sweden are just going to try and hold France out as long as possible and hope to try and nick a goal here and there. But France are here to play and France are here to score a few goals tonight. Rabiot from the free kick. Chouameni out to Jules Koundé. Battling against Stroud is Dembele. Dembele. Skips past Isak as well. Good ball out to the left hand side. Barcola. Loads of blue shirts in the centre to aim for. Finds Mbappe. Mbappe drops the shoulder. Puts the burners on. Stops. Out to the left hand side it goes once again. Lucadine. Back to Rabiot it goes. Mbappe again. Out to the right it goes. Nice football here from France. Building up really well. And that cross in the box is blocked and out for a corner kick to France. Good play there from France, but Sweden equally holding their shape. Staying disciplined to it. And making France work for the space on the wide areas as well as time. Corner here for France. Their first of the game. In it goes right foot. Outswinger. Lindelof clears it only as far as Lucadine. Who with a long shot. It's saved by Zetterstrom. The first French shot of the game. Well, it was a good effort that. And one that needed to test Zetterstrom, and it certainly did that as well. I don't think Zetterstrom has started the other games, has he? For Sweden. Sweden ranked 38th. France ranked 3rd, by the way. Nordfeldt and Victor Johansson on the bench. Who all played in the championship, all three of these keepers. Has Zetterstrom played the other games? I'm not even sure. Can't quite remember. I think he might have done, you know. Yeah, he played against Japan, didn't play the other two. That must have been Victor Johansson for the other ones, I presume. I doubt it would have been Nordfeldt. Nordfeldt played a little bit during qualifying, though. I do know that. Ball out to left-hand side here for France. On the attack, Bradley Barcola against Vincent. Inside to Mbappe. Loads of space. Mbappe with a shot, but it's a poor effort. But France starting to get the shots on target. Picking up space, but he has to drop deep to receive Mbappe. Just not getting the ball where he'd really like it. Beyond the last man, but that's because Sweden are sitting really deep. So any ball in behind that France do play is going to run straight through to Zetterstrom to collect. France again on the left-hand side. Barcola, Elise, trying to create. Dean. Elise in support, he's found him. Elise, few step overs. Elise is so technically gifted, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant player. And one back here by Sweden. This is the game plan. Far side. Stroud. Down towards the target man. Gyokeres, who's pulled to the floor by Saliba. And the Swedish 17 beats the French 17 once again in their little battle that's going on between the Arsenal teammates. Saliba and Gyokeres. And that's really clever play so far. Gyokeres is having a brilliant 20 minutes or so. Been really influential so far for Sweden in this match. And they've got a free kick here in a deep position. So nothing to really worry France from the initial effort. But good area to get a ball into the centre. That's for sure. As the Mexican wave goes across here at New York Stadium. You can just see, if you look hard enough in the background, everyone moving. 18 minutes in. Can Sweden supply a shock in this one? Svensson for the ball in. On the left-hand side. It's good delivery towards the back post. It's found a Swedish connection as the first touch, but it's a poor touch and France look to get it away. One back by Bergvall. Ayari. He's scored a few goals for Sweden so far. But that one was a tame cross into the box. Sweden making life difficult so far for France. France now, they've just got to, I think, be a little bit quicker going forward. Be a little bit more direct. Barcola skips past his man. Barcola into the box he goes. Over the bar, huge chance, should score. Bradley Barcola, another Champions League winner from the year just gone. And he really should score that. Skips inside, got loads of space to run into. The Swedish defenders just drop off. Barcola's allowed into the box. Pushed onto his left foot, yes, but I think he should do better. Got to at least, even if he doesn't score, he's got to make Zetterstrom work for that. Really poor from a player like Barcola's quality. Yes, the run was amazing, but the finish was awful. And Mbappe's in behind. Mbappe's one-on-one. And he scores, of course he does. But the flag does go up. It did look too good to be true. A VAR check will confirm. But what Mbappe wanted all game long so far in the opening 20 minutes, he got. And I tell you what, I think he's just off. He was on the last man. Sweden were pushed up the pitch. So the defence were really high. And no one's going to catch Mbappe, that's for sure. But it will be ruled out. That was offside. It was quite close, but not close enough. 20 minutes in. It's been a really good first 20 minutes, this. And I'm gutted that the first hydration break is going to take all of the momentum out of this. Let's just see what the temperature is here for this one in New Jersey. 32 degrees. So, yeah, we'll let them have a water break for this one, maybe. They deserve it. Throw in for Sweden at the halfway line here. And for half time, we've got some football games as well that we'll go on to. Of course, the second live stream of today. Earlier on, we saw Ivory Coast get knocked out by Norway in the round of 32. Tomorrow, England, Congo, 5 o'clock. Belgium, Senegal, 9 o'clock. USA, Bosnia, 1 a.m. Hat-trick of streams tomorrow. Hopefully, you're all buckled in ready for them. Free kick taken to Svensson. Back it goes. Long ball forward there for Sweden into the channel, but it's going to go out of play for a French goal kick. Not using the ball as well as they would have hoped to be. Let's have another look at this offside then with the actual graphic. Oh my word. Half of Mbappe's offside. Half of Mbappe is onside. But of course, even if you're offside a little bit, it's offside is offside. So 22 minutes played now. Next time the ball goes out, I expect the hydration break to take place. Rabiot on the left-hand side here for France. Over the top it goes to Lucas Digne. Rabiot again. And that will be it. Didn't go out of play, but that will be it for the first quarter of this match. Hydration break time. And you can understand in games like this and games like the last game with Ivory Coast Norway why there are hydration breaks, but it's the first day in ages that they're understandable for a hydration break. It's not just 12 degrees there. So Paraguay are awaiting the winner of this match to see who they will face. Of course, everyone's anticipating it to be France, but if Sweden could do it, then that would mean France are that would be a huge shock. Paraguay, Sweden, the battle of the shockers so far. The thing is with the likes of Paraguay and Sweden and that, they always get something against the sides that they're really not expected to get something from. And then the ones they should win, they never tend to do that well in. Of course, other round of 16 games that we could be getting. Portugal, Spain looks likely. And USA, I don't know who's going to win between Belgium and Senegal. Brazil, Norway already confirmed. Canada, Morocco already confirmed. I think it'll probably be Mexico, or I don't know, that one's so close as well. Mexico, Ecuador. That's early hours in the morning against England. Argentina probably to win that against maybe Egypt, but I've got Australia's number there to win. And then Switzerland, Algeria, probably Switzerland, and then Colombia. Yeah, I think that'll be quite straightforward for them. Saying that though, of course, Ghana frustrated England and frustrated Croatia for major parts of the game. Very disappointing start from France. Yeah, it has been, but Sweden, got to give them credit as well. Sweden haven't been too bad. Quite an even game, and Sweden have just got to stay in it for as long as possible. It's like watching, I don't know, Man City, let's say they're France. It's like watching them play, I don't know, Brentford. Brentford are going to try to stay in the game against City, aren't they? So basically that's what it's like watching here. France leading on the stats though, 65% possession, 3 shots, 2 on target, 1 corner so far, but I thought they'd already have a goal or 2 at this point in the match. But Sweden doing well so far. I think second half is where it will really open up towards the end of the game. I think France will score for half time though. I can see it being 2-0 France going into the break. Well, both sets of fans that are here in New Jersey for this one are enjoying this match. Both the Swedes and the French all enjoying it here. Right, back underway we go in this one. And it's going to be Sweden to continue play with a throw-in. Long ball down the line, up towards Gyokeres. One back by France. Out for a throw-in. The way of France. Dean goes back to Maignan in goal. Cross to Uppercamo. Chouameni in midfield. Now Saliba. He was going to go forward here. Barcola, pull touch and gifting Sweden a throw-in. Interesting decision to start Barcola in my opinion. Especially over the quality on their bench. Of course I thought Doué was actually going to start in this one. I had a funny feeling but didn't happen. I guess it's not too surprising that Barcola starts. The rest of the squad really picks itself for France, doesn't it? Luca Dean and Barcola, probably the only two that are switchable in the 11 for France. I would have had Theo Hernandez left back, or was it Lucas Hernandez? I get them mixed up. And then on the left wing, I probably would have had Dembele on the left, Olise on the right, and through the middle would have had Ryan Cherki. Absolutely incredible. He's on the bench, by the way. How has that happened? So Sweden free kick there, nothing come from it, thankfully, but it was a good idea. Down the line, searching for Alexander Isak in the box, but poor effort once again from Liverpool striker, who was prolific at Newcastle, but such an underwhelming season. Yes, he suffered with injuries, but really poor year at Liverpool last time round. Got to do better next year under the new management. After Arne Slot sacked. Here is Olise finding Mbappe. Great agility. Out to the right, Chouameni. Dembele looks to cross it in and wins another corner for France. 28 minutes on the clock now. France didn't expect them to be level for this long. Sweden, they'll be very happy. Goes short from the corner. This time it's floated in away by Gyokeres, back on defensive duties here for Sweden. Chouameni at the halfway line. Out to the left. Rabiot. Luca Dean. Taking his time. It literally is like a back seven for Sweden. Yeah, literally 7. It's a 7-3 they're playing. New formation. Alert. Sweden have invented the first ever 7-3. Although I guess you could say that's what Arsenal are playing against PSG when they were 1-0 up in the Champions League. Here's Chouameni. Now Rabiot. Staying very compact as Sweden, but making it difficult in the wide areas for France, not allowing them space or time to run to the byline. And they're France are really slow at switching the ball from side to side, making it so easy for Sweden to just shuffle across like they're doing here. Back out to the left hand side, but Dean finds Mbappe. Mbappe, lovely bit of skill. That's a brilliant ball. Out to the far side, Olise. Now can he get a good delivery in? Yes, he can. Away by Goodmanson, the initial header. Bergvall gets it, clears the edge of the box. Olise again. Mbappe. Barcola. Shot blocked, out of play. Corner France. And good save there from Zetterstrom, but that is much better from France. And it all comes from that Mbappe ball across to Olise. Ball goes in, recycled well. And Mbappe then finds, in the end, Rabiot. Does take a deflection off the Swedish defender, which actually helps the keeper save it. Olise, ball into the centre. Out to the edge, Chouameni. Now Jules Koundé. Oh, lovely bit of skill from Mbappe. He's really confident today, isn't he? And corner to France once again. Who will score first? Well, it would be a surprise if it wasn't France, I'd have to say. Into the box it goes from the corner. Good amount of power on that, but no one able to redirect it goalwards in a blue shirt. Kunde, goal. Oh, it's somehow not gone in. Mbappe hits the post. He had to score. You would have bet your house on him to score that. I thought he scored. Kunde pulled it back, knew where Mbappe was going to be, and Mbappe into a half-empty net. Zetterstrom was rushing across. Mbappe hits the post. It should be 1-0 France. Somehow, it's not. And it's the man they would have wanted it to fall to as well. Kylian Mbappe. But he'll go again here. Mbappe on the ball. Hoping to take France to World Cup glory this time round. After they come so close in 22. Mbappe. Look to flick it into the box. Away by Svensson. Now Saliba. Recycles play. Out to the far side now. Kunde. Finds Dembele. Dembele across the Rabiot. Bit of space in midfield, but Rabiot not interested in the shot until he is, and it's just over the bar from Rabiot. Tell you what, that wasn't far away at all. And France now, since the hydration break, have had 2 or 3 really big chances. And I don't know how they've not scored yet. Just to have a look at the stats and update for you all. 7 shots, but only 3 on target for France. But they are playing with more confidence as this one goes on. Sweden. First time they've been down the line in a while. And Isaac gives chase, but it's won back by Mignon. And Chouameni now in France drive forward once again. I think France are the big favourites of the tournament, aren't they? Ball over the top, but Sweden win it back, and they're complaining what on earth Zetterstrom's doing there. I think he was afraid of a pass back. Instead he just put it into touch. France throwing into the middle of the pitch. It goes with Rabiot. Been in a lot of French squads and won a lot in his time in the French national side. Upamecano finds Jules Koundé. Moving the ball well here. Dembele finds Olise again. Dembele making a run inside. Olise goes outside. Mbappe, poor pass, and Ayari's able to get a foot in, but France win the ball back again. And the referee actually pulls it back for the free kick to Sweden. I'd say Gyokeres has been by far Sweden's best player so far. Really is wearing his the badge on his sleeve, heart in his sleeve play as well. Really is going for it so far, and you don't really blame him, do you? World Cup round of 32, it is a big deal. And they've survived 34 minutes so far. Not long until the half-time break here in New Jersey at the New York Stadium. Rabiot finds Mbappe. Barcola ahead. Good ball through, but it's blocked off by Sweden. Second ball won by Rabiot. Still alive. Oh my word, it's hit the post. And it's all wide. I tell you what, that would have been the greatest ever World Cup goal. Michael Olise almost scored the best World Cup goal you'll ever see. With the acrobatics and overhead kick from the edge of the box. Oh my word. Hits the post as well. He's not far off. And I don't know how Dembele doesn't score the rebound after. Sweden hanging on by a thread in this one. France have hit the post twice. I don't know how Dembele doesn't score, but he was going for the top bins there. Sweden on a rare attack. Alanga goes all the way through, and Alexander Isak once again is the man in the centre who should do better. He's had 3 chances there in the opening 36 minutes, and he hasn't taken any of them. But oh my god, I think that would have been the greatest World Cup goal ever if Olise scored that overhead kick. A ridiculous attempt to make from the edge of the box, but somehow he almost pulled it off. Hit the post. Wow. Bergvall in midfield for Sweden. Oh, it's a loose touch there from Lindelof, and he has to take out Olise in the process to keep hold of the ball. Olise looks in some discomfort here. Lindelof, loose touch. Olise was onto it. And Lindelof going back to win the ball. But followed through. Completely took Olise out there. And referee saying to the medics to not come on because Olise is back up on his feet. Of course, as soon as the physios come on, that is 30 seconds off. But love of luck at this acrobatic effort. Absolutely ridiculous effort from Olise. I bet he thought that was in. And then Dembele not to score after is crazy. He's just trying to pick out the top corner, when really you got the whole net to aim for. Somehow France haven't scored yet. Still 0-0. Ball on the far side here for France. Hopefully you're all enjoying the stream. A massive thank you to everyone that has joined so far. And it's Koundé on the far side. Now Dembele. 8 minutes away from the half-time interval here in this one in New Jersey. Will there be a breakthrough before then? Another foul given against Sweden and against Bergvall, who is actually asked to leave Tottenham Hotspur this summer. Tottenham Hotspur are interested in a lot of signings in this window as well, so Bergvall trying to get away from that, which is interesting. A France free kick here on the left-hand side. Michael Olise to take. Left foot, one arm in the air. Olise, in it goes. Good delivery. And Sweden might just get this one away on the far side. Goodmanson holding the play up. And he's cornered. And no help at all. And now the official says he's been fouled. Saliba and Upamecano both went over to try and win the ball. And they are fuming that the referee's given a foul against them there. Upamecano was the one that won the contact from the Olise free kick there. But he didn't know much about it. Wasn't even looking at the ball. So only a couple of minutes left then until half time. No matter if France will... no doubt that France will have another 4 or 5 attacks until the break. Here's Rabiot to Mbappe. Mbappe shot it straight down the middle of the goal and straight into the gloves of Zetterstrom. Easy as you like for Sweden's number 12. Derby County's number 1. He'll have a big season coming up with the Rams in the Championship as they look to this time finish inside the top 8 of the Championship this year. Foul there, given the weight of Sweden. Rabiot on Bergvall. Just a little late on the Swede. And Sweden, big opportunity here to get some plays up into the box. Yeah, really late there from Rabiot. I don't know what is he doing. Still no yellow cards awarded in this match though, not as far as I'm aware. So Sweden free kick. France hold their line just inside the penalty area. A Yari of Brighton to take. Right arm in the air. Signals the players to get back on side. And not a good delivery at all. Goes way too deep. Koundé wins it back and out of play it goes in the end as a result there. Of course, France did have the ball in the back of the net via Kylian Mbappe. But, of course, the Frenchman was offside. That's the closest he's come to, of course, scoring. But he did hit the post as well. And Mbappe's on the ball now, on the half turn. He's got Barcola on the left. He uses him in the box here. Barcola across the face of goal. Sweden scramble and get it away just about. Only as far as Olise. Edge of the D, shots! And it's wide again. And Olise, not happy that one's not on target. But the intensity in the final third is finally coming for France. Great effort. And Zetterstrom flying across his goal to make sure that one didn't get past him. But France haven't been able to get past Sweden, but they've had the chances to. But equally at the other end, Sweden have had the chances to punish France. Here are France once again. Rabiot on the left. Sees the run of Barcola, feeds him. Barcola to the byline he goes. Svensson, great tracking back there for Sweden. Real hard work. And corner kick one for France yet again. So Olise to take. These French fans here that have made the trip to New Jersey are partying here. Although it's 0-0. But can they break the deadlock now? Olise whips it in towards the back post. Initial effort away by Sweden. But they'll go again here on the far side. Dembele tries to pick out a man and Lindelof gets half sight of the ball and smashes that one out of his own half. Rabiot again. Walking forward over halfway. Back into the Swedish half. Chouameni. Out to the right to find Jules Koundé. Bit of space there for Dembele. He's found him. Dembele back to Koundé in the box shirt. Koundé shot blocked and Sweden get it away again. And now Sweden on the left are trying to break down forward. On the left hand side, but Upamecano too quick for Alexander Isak and wins that one back. Pass from Maignan out to Rabiot again. Lucadine for over the ball. Into midfield it goes instead. Well, they have been much better since that hydration break of France. Look like scoring every time they go forward. But Sweden have done really well to stay in the game for this long, actually. I don't know how it's still 0-0. Olise drops a shoulder, comes inside, shot, and it's some save from Zetterstrom. I was ready to say France have finally broken the deadlock. But Olise again, another shot, and Zetterstrom at full stretch. That was going in the bottom corner. Short corner. Mbappe in the box this time. And it is 1-0 France. And this one will stand. It's Kylian Mbappe. Who else for France to score an all-important goal? Kylian Mbappe goes across to celebrate with his manager. Deschamps as well. The whole team do. It was always coming for France. It was always going to be them to score first. And they've done just that. As we get 3 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. And France have been a joy to watch in this first half since the hydration break. And a goal from a short corner. Corner taken really quickly. From Dembele to Olise. Back to Dembele. plays it in behind. Mbappe, drop of the shoulder, a little bit of skill. Fires into the right-hand corner, side netting. Zetterstrom, he's been equal to everything France have put at him so far. But he wasn't going to save that. He was rooted to the spot. And France, with a great celebration to go along with it. Deschamps has had a really tough few weeks, of course. Tough few days. And he gets to celebrate this one with the goal scorer. There we go. Another goal for Mbappe, another goal for France as well. And now Sweden looking for an instant response. Svensson goes down. Looks for a free kick, but disappointed he didn't get it. Bergvall collects the clearance. Alanga now on the left. Scored a brilliant goal against Japan. Something of the same calibre needs to happen here. In the box it goes all the way through. Oh, have they not scored? Should be 1-1. Stroud. How has he not scored? The ball dropped on the penalty spot, basically. With all the time in the world for Stroud to pick his spot. And he just doesn't catch it as he hoped. Pulls that one wide. What a game of football this is, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. Barcola wins the header. Across to Mbappe. Welcome in. How are you going? How you doing, mate? Good to have you in here. There is actually no half-time quiz in this one, unfortunately. But we can do... I can look for a quiz if you guys would like a quiz. I'm sure there'll be a World Cup quiz on the BBC or something. We'll have a look. Bergvall. Out to the right-hand side. Here is Alanga. Alanga looked to go the long way round, but cut off by Lucadine. Svensson. Alanga again goes down in the box. And the referee takes the easy route out. He says, you're offside, mate. Not interested in discussing if that was a pen or not. Alanga not happy about that. Is that... Yeah, so it's the correct decision. Svensson back to him. Good move though. Sweden showing that they have the capabilities to go forward and cause the French a problem. And Graham Potter there. Big half time for his side, who have competed really well in the first half. Before the hydration break. After the hydration break, it has literally been all France. Where they defended well, kept their shape well, but they were always going to be undone with the quality that France have. Soon will feel unlucky to be a goal down at half time. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. They haven't been as bad as the stats make out, really. I don't think. They've been pretty solid defensive unit. Yes, they've been fortunate not to concede like 4 in the first half, but you need luck sometimes in football. But by only being 1 goal down at the break, it is still a decent result for Sweden because they are still in this game. 1 goal could still change everything. Half time in this one. France 1, Sweden 0 at the break here. And what a half of football we have just watched. France dominating for basically the whole half with 71% possession. 15 shots in the end for France, 6 on target, 2 big chances missed, which would be the post hits, I imagine, one of them being for Mbappe, and the second one actually would have been the one where Dembele pulled it wide, should score after Olise had the audacity to try and score an overhead kick from the edge of the box when it hit the post. For Sweden, 3 shots, 1 on target. I think Alexander Isak's had all their big chances. 6 corners to 0 in favour of France, and that is how they score their only goal of the game from, of course. Right, let's try find a quiz here for half time, and hopefully you're all doing well, of course. 7 minutes ago, Koeman, the Netherlands manager, has resigned. So he will not be the Netherlands manager any longer, but it goes a little bit deeper than that, which led to appalling racist abuse aimed at players who missed penalties. So, obviously, we never like to hear anything like that. Justin Kluivert, Quinton Timber and Crescencio Somerville all missed their penalties and were subject to discriminatory, racist and hateful comments on social media, as per the Royal Dutch Football Association. Wow. And Koeman stepped down from the national side as a result of being knocked out of the World Cup. Wow. Well, I didn't expect that to happen, to be fair, 8 minutes ago. I did not expect for Koeman to leave this early after the World Cup. I thought he'd maybe take them to the Euros, but to be fair, Netherlands haven't really delivered recently. Right, let's try go World Cup, and let's go... Where's quizzes? Let's go down. Hopefully there's a World Cup quiz somewhere that we can all do. So yeah, some big news there. World Cup quiz. Who are England's top appearance makers? Ooh. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, let's switch the screen then, shall we? Let's switch the screen. From here to here. No place for racist abuse anywhere in football. There's no exception. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It's crazy it still happens in the sport we love. Which screen's it? This one? Yeah, there we go. Right, so we will do the World Cup quiz. Who are England's top appearance makers? This is the first one that come up. I'll get the chat on my phone quickly so we can do that as well. Right, so there's the top 10 World Cup appearance makers. But there's 23 correct answers. What? Oh, is it a top 23? Oh, sorry. Name every England player with at least 10 World Cup appearances. Would help if I read it properly. Welcome in, Josh. How are we doing, mate? Be sure to join in the quiz, which is on screen, of course. So, Harry Kane's going to be in there, I think. Pickford's going to be in there. We've got John Stones. Any other obvious ones? I think Carl Walker would be on the list. No, Carl Walker's not. Okay, maybe I've gone as far as I can. Henderson. John Henderson. Definitely be in there. Rooney. We'll have... trying to think before all the England fans come and help me. Which ones can I get? 5 out of 23 so far. At least 10 World Cup appearances. Okay, so that'd be quite a lot of the current players as well. So we've got Stones. Reece James, I'm not sure because of his injuries. Trippier would be one, yep. I'm pretty sure because he was 2014 as well, wasn't he? Maybe? No, he was just 18. Trippier. Henderson. I'm thinking of the current squad first. Watkins, no, it was Euros. Foden. I think I'm thinking 2 current now, aren't I? And then you had Rooney before. Joe Hart. No. Lampard. Gerrard. I've got to think of starters. Beckham. With 13. Who's got 17 for England then? Beckham, Gerrard, Scholes. I forgot Scholes. Yeah, it's a good one. Have I spelled it wrong? Have I spelled O-L-E-S? I felt O-L-E-S. Scholes. No, Scholes not on the list. Paul Scholes. Who else got Beckham? Maybe Gary Lineker. Will Alan Shearer be on there? Nope. Actually kind of difficult this, to be fair. 10 World Cup appearances, so really just 2 World Cups, but go far in both of them. Bobby Moore? Yep. He was 14 appearances, okay. Pickford. Welcome in. Charlie, how are you doing, mate? Good to have you in here, mate. Help us out on the quiz, mate. We are trying to find England players with at least 10 World Cup appearances. Help us out. Who else? We got Bobby Moore, John Pickford, David Beckham, John Stones, Harry Kane, Gerrard, Lineker, Rooney, Henderson, Lampard. We're missing loads, aren't we? Can't wait for you to lose in FIFA later. Nah, dream on, mate. Dream on. It's not happening. England players at 10 World Cup. Got to think this through now. Stones. He's always nailed on. We've got him. Who else was at the back at 2018 for England? They had Henderson as well. Trippier right back. He's not on the list. Oh dear, kind of struggling yet. Peter Shilton. Yeah, that's a good one. I can't think of players. He's 17. Yeah, that's a good one. All-time appearance maker, isn't it? Michael Owen, we'll put it in for you, mate. He is indeed. Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand. We tried Shearer, I think. Did we? Yeah, we did. Tempted to put Danny Rose in. Did Loftus-Cheek then? He was only 2018, wasn't he? Or was he 2014 as well? Loftus-Cheek. No, can't have been. I swear he played in 20... He was definitely in 20... Was it 2014 or 2018? Definitely 2018, wasn't he? I might be getting confused with 2016 Euros here, actually. John Terry, of course. I mean, these are just the obvious ones. No, he's not on. What? John Terry doesn't have 10 World Cup appearances. Wow. That is crazy. I cannot think of England players all of a sudden. 14 appearances. Who? We should be getting the obvious ones, yeah. Harry Maguire. That could be a good one, yeah, because he would have been 22 yet. Got to think more of the 2022 World Cup squad. Terry Butcher. Wasn't familiar with your ball knowledge, Charlie. Fair play. Sterling. Raheem in the Dream. Good spell. Wasn't familiar with your ball knowledge, mate. Who are we missing? So we got the lowest two. Someone else at 10. Well, quite a few more, but 10 really. 11. 13. How's Kane only got 13? Ashley Cole. Got 6 more to get. 14. I can't. I need to just think of World Cup. England players. Just any England player. Luke Shaw? Would have Luke Shaw played 10? No. Rashford, yeah, that's a pretty good one there. 13 appearances, right, so he was one of the highest ones that we were missing. See, that just players like that. Saka was definitely there in 22. Played some of this one. Is it including this World Cup as well? I don't think he's really made 10, though, is he? Is he? We'll try it. Nah, it's not. Saka. Heskey? Nope. I'm trying to think of old England songs. Like We're on the Ball. Gerrard to Beckham. Beckham to Rooney 1-0. Gerrard. We've got the obvious ones, I feel. Oh, I just want to know the answers yet. Oh, how on earth have we not done Bobby Charlton, man? How have we not done Bobby Charlton? That was a tap-in. Right, Chris, what? I haven't got that. Ray Wilson, when they got that. Campbell. Campbell. What's the one we got that not many people got? Raheem Sterling. That's a pretty good one. 38%. 38. Yeah, Raheem the Dream was the best one we got there, to be fair. Right, so here's another one because there's still quite a few minutes left until the second half. So let's see if there's another quiz we can do. Hopefully it's a good one this time, not England. Only messing, guys. Oh, right. I thought you would have already done Charlton. Nah, mate, I'm not that ahead of the game. Unfortunately. Any quizzes? Any quizzes? Yeah, aren't South Korea, they've sacked their manager, but aren't they doing an investigation into the manager who was biased on team selection? How are you going to prove that? What? Oh, how well do you know the group stage in numbers? Here we go then. Should be a pretty quick one before the second half. In which minute of the opening match did Mexico's Julian Quinones? Well, that was number... It's got to be 9, hasn't it? It was 9 or 13. It wasn't 4. 9. Get in. Here we go. Here we go. This is my bread and butter, guys. How many saves did Cape Verde goalkeeper Vizinho make? Sounds 0-0 draw. Oh, it was quite a few. The record's 15. I swear he made 7. Something tells me it's 10. I'll go 7. Oh. Get in. Get in. The Africa Cup become the oldest manager to take charge of a World Cup game when Kriko played Germany. Oh, what was his age on the day of the match? I don't know. Well, Roy Hodgson, how old was he in whatever year he was managing? He's got to be... How old is he? He's not 84. He's 78. Come on. We're on absolute fire here, guys. We're on absolute fire. How many off targets? Who knows this? Before Qatar scored their first ever World Cup point. It was a lot. It was 15 or 19, I think. But good calm with 50. It's not going to be right. It's not going to be 15 though, is it? Yeah, we're wrong. How many was it? 19. Ah, man. Our streak comes to an end. Vili Jr. rescued a point for Brazil. Record. For how many years have Brazil avoided defeat in their first game at the tournament? Second half's about to start as well. 92. Cold of it. Cold of it. Right, second half about to start then, people. Let's get ready for the second half. Can France score even more? Will Sweden come back into it? And even cause a shock, of course. That's the questions we're looking forward to in the second half. If you haven't already, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the stream. Second half, to the channel. Second half about to get underway, and it's going to be France kicking us off here. And with the new modern kickoff, you don't keep the ball anymore. You give it to the opposition. Yeah, I don't know why. Why would you do that? Seems a bit silly. It's like rugby, trying to gain territory from the opening kick. What's that all about? I'm not too sure. There we go. Bottom left, you can see what is happening in the game. Hopefully everything else is okay for you. If you enjoy the stream, be sure to subscribe as well. Goes a long old way. Thank you very much for all your support once again this evening. Goes a long way as well. There we go. Ball on the far side, cheer for Sweden straight away. Anthony Elanga. Trying to get a ball through up a Bacano. Wins that one. Out of play for a Sweden throw in now. Next goal's huge in this game. If France get it, they'll see the match out. If Sweden get it, well, we all know 1-1. It's all to play for at that point. No changes at the break as far as I'm aware of. And why would there be? Because, well, for France anyway. But for Sweden, a lot of what they've done actually has worked. Because it is only 1-0. That's evidence in their game plan working. And it was from a corner as well. It wasn't like open play. It was a set piece. Yes, that France had come close from open play. But they haven't hit the back of the net from open play. So Sweden will take that as a win so far. Only to concede from a set piece, which may annoy Graham Potter even that little bit more, actually. So it's going to be a throw-in, I think, is it? No, free kick, France. Wasn't watching that last few moments. So France, Sweden to face Paraguay in the round of 16. It seems such a normal conversation. Right, if thoughts, talk about my thoughts about doing YouTube at the moment. Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah, fine. Of course. Put anything you want in the chat. Anything you want. Here's Olise. Out to the right hand side. Finding Dembele. Inside to Koundé. Trying to get back out to Dembele. And away there by Goodmanson. Up for Mercado. Back it goes to Maignan. I've never been able to pronounce his name properly. The French goalkeeper. Maignan. I used to call him... I used to say Magnum, but that's not right, is it? Here's Olise. Out to Koundé. Back to Upamecano. Cross the back it goes. Here's Saliba. So France, they'd hoped to pick up where they left off in the first half, but at the moment just a bit slow on the ball, but hopefully they do get going. Sweden concede a throw in the corner. Svensson. I do think Svensson's been pretty good first half, mind. I tell you what, it says a lot when a winger especially is determined to get back, and I think he's playing right wing back. He's at Dortmund, okay, you can understand why. And Stroud, where's he at? Oh, I think that's Sweden. Mjalby. Yeah, Sweden. So he's not necessarily at a huge worldwide club. Ayari's at Brighton, Bergvall's at Spurs, he's at Liverpool, Arsenal, Alanga's at Forest, isn't he? And Newcastle, yeah, he went last summer. Lindelof is at Villa. Zetstrom, Derby, Goodman's son's at Leeds, isn't he? Yeah. So a lot of these players are at big clubs around the world and around Europe as well. Recently uploaded my reaction to champion predictions. Oh, you have uploaded it? I haven't got a notification for that. I will definitely check that out, mate. I haven't. I was waiting for you to upload it, to be honest. I haven't had the notification for that, so I will check that out. Long shot there. Actually enjoyed recording it. I just never liked the thought of doing it. It is repetitive talking about each team. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. It is. It 100% is. And especially when you're editing the video, you understand how repetitive it is. It does get a little bit boring, but it's a good idea to like see who got where. But to make it into a video, you sort of got to like do it bit by bit, haven't you? So I get what you mean. Struggle to get these. Yeah, no, I understand, to be fair. No, it's a good point to make, to be fair. A lot of videos are quite repetitive. Like predictions, to be fair, are quite repetitive, but then each week it's always different games. But then sometimes, especially like opening day of the season or towards the end of the season where they're just dead rubber games, the speech before each one is pretty much the same, isn't it? Even the World Cup, you know, in the opening match, you don't really know what to expect. And then on game week 2, going into game week 3, the sides that need to win, it's quite repetitive because there's loads that need to win to qualify or get something in that match. So yeah, a lot of videos are repetitive, repetitive speeches throughout, but I guess that's just how it goes sometimes, I guess, to be fair. But a good point there, to be fair. Ball out to the right hand side. Here is Dembele for France. Finds Olise. Away by Ayari. Olise, good tracking back here. He's going to win possession back here for France. 10 people watching. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day. Dembele's in the box and Zetterstrom of Sweden comes to collect, but it's offside anyway in the build-up. Wouldn't have counted, even if it did hit the back of the net from France there. I'm hoping this is a little target, guys. Let's see if we can hit 2,500 subscribers by the end of the World Cup. It ends in, 20 days from now? And that's quite a few subscribers still, 35. Would we say it's possible? I always feel like whenever you have a goal, it's a lot more drive to try and get to it, and you put more effort into everything. Oh, what a ball that is! And it's 2-0 France. And it's Mbappe, is it? With the ball through. Barcola with a finish. What a goal that is. 2-0 France. Was it in any doubt? Probably not. Bradley Barcola should have scored in the first half, in my opinion. Great ball through. I think it was Mbappe who the ball through. I'll have to double check. It might have been Olise. But France score again. And Sweden are heading home. The plane engine has just started. And it's warming up, ready to pick these guys up from New Jersey after. Let's have a look who actually played the pass, because it was a fantastic pass. Ball was in midfield with France. Out to the left-hand side. Oh, it's Olise. Olise slips it in. Barcola one touch. Brilliant. Absolutely sensational pass. Beat Zetterstrom at his near post as well. Brilliant goal. Smashes it. Olise again. Absolute joke of a player, isn't he? I saw a double digit in the number on the back of his shirt. I couldn't tell if it was 10 or 11. That's why I thought it could have been Mbappe. But a fantastic finish there in the end. Wow. And France now are really gliding through in this one, as we expected. But fair play to Sweden. They have given a good account of themselves, especially the first half. But I did say second half is when I think the floodgates might open as Sweden start to go for it and go for it. 2-0 still not impossible to come back from. It is a little bit of a mountain, but never say never. Only if some of the Swedish greats were playing, likes of Ibrahimovic and etc. Welcome in, Dean. How are we doing, mate? Good to have you in here. Hutchison, I think France will win. Mbappe and Dembele, different level. They are, mate. What's your thoughts about Galbraith going to Stoke? Good deal for the Swans or not? Yeah, I think it is, because Galbraith made it pretty clear he doesn't want to be here anymore. He signed up, 4-year contract last summer? So he's still got 3 years left on it. Swans are in the driving seat. And I was hoping it would spark a bit of a bidding war. So I'm not sure yet if he is going to actually go to Stoke. Of course, I think they've activated his release clause, haven't they? Which was just over 10 mil. That was in his original contract when he signed from Leyton Orient last summer. So I think they've activated that. I don't think they've bid anything. But let's see now if it would spark a bidding war. Because I've heard Wrexham, I think everyone's heard Wrexham are interested, aren't they? In Galbraith. But I think Rangers also have been keeping tabs on him. So let's see what happens in the next few days. It won't be sealed for a while, but the important thing is that tomorrow's the start of the new financial year in football, of course, 1st of July. So we need to, that's why we had to wait really for the deal to get through into July. And that's why we haven't confirmed any big signings yet, because we need it to go into next year's financial sheet, basically, and document. So yeah, honestly, I do think it is a good move. If it is around 10 mil, which I believe it is, that's a good move for someone that doesn't want to be here, and for a right back, basically, which is what he is from last year. Just a bit gutted because we all know his talent and we all know how good he is, and he's going to reach the very top. But it seems to have gone sour towards the end of the season. Was he actually injured? I don't think so. I mean, he was playing for Northern Ireland, wasn't he? So I think the club was just fed up, and all parties were fed up. So that's my opinion. But yeah, definitely good business to get that amount of money for someone that doesn't want to be here, in my opinion. But good to have you in here, mate. Lurkwan says France are perfect. Yeah, I don't think at the moment anyone comes close to France. I mean, the chances they've created, I think it will be France winning the World Cup this year. Of course, you've got other players that are brilliant, but let's wait and see. Other sides that are brilliant. You know, Spain have got some fantastic quality in there. Argentina, obviously. Portugal on their day, but hasn't been their day on the pitch for a while, is it? Only against Uzbekistan so far. But yeah, there's some brilliant sides. Even England, I'd say, but they've just been really poor against the sides in their group. But I do think, though, when they play a side against, like France, I do think England will be a lot better because it's a side that want to go and attack against them. And then England can play their football and be a little bit more exciting. But so far, against the sides like Ghana, who have sat back, it has made it really difficult for England. They just haven't been able to break them down. I do worry about France if England have to play against them. Yeah, I worry against whoever has to play against France, to be honest. I think France will go the distance this year. Strange how you can have a few players like that. I remember Obafemi a few years ago. Forces about Swans. Yeah, Obafemi. I mean, if he actually put the work in, he would have been an incredible player the next season. But there's a reason he didn't make it at Southampton as well. Always looked a brilliant player. Good finishing, good speed as well, but attitude. Yeah, didn't want to be here. Welcome in. Dig, how are we doing? Obviously France going to win tonight, but I was hoping that Sweden would do well because Gudmundsson is playing for them. He's a player and he's fan. I got you, mate. Got you. Yeah, Gudmundsson's had a good year at Leeds, hasn't he? I'm pretty sure. Haven't been keeping that close an eye on Leeds. I know they did well and survived, of course. But has Gudmundsson been a mainstay player for Leeds in the start 11? Who else have you got on the left-hand side? Not even sure. As soon as Leeds went up to the Premier League, we'll see them the season after probably, but hopefully not because you always batter everyone. Luke one says, I miss Big Sam. Bring Allardyce in. Allardyce ball. Let's have it. Bought the back here for Sweden. I wish Leeds would come in and get Galbraith. At least that would be a move that Galbraith deserves. Don't deserve to stay in the Championship. As much as I dislike him right now. Forcing his way out. Stoke, I mean, they've only finished above us once in the lot since they've been relegated. What a backward step that is. It seems a sideways step for Galbraith going Stoke as well. About half. Yeah, exactly. Well, as I just said, they only finished above Swans since relegation once out of, what's it been now, 2018, 2026? Like 8 years? They finished above us once? Oh, well, it will be 8 years this year. So 7 years have been played. So yeah, I don't know why on earth he's going Stoke. Given had a great season for Leeds. Love to hear that, mate. Love to hear it. I mean, first half they were really good, Sweden. Really organised, but France hit the post 2 or 3 times. Or at least they almost scored goal of the World Cup history. Sammy Sturridge, Streets won't forget his hat against a certain club. Oh, I wonder who that could be, man. Who could that be? I have no idea. I have no idea. 60 minutes in here. France on the attack again. Looking for a third goal here. Rabiot. As always, guys, if you are new to the channel, we are aiming for 2,500 subscribers by the conclusion of the World Cup. If you'd like to help us along with that goal, please be sure to smash the big red button. That's a subscribe button. And it goes a long way. Elise was shot, and it's a brilliant save from Zetterstrom. Derby's number 1. Putting himself in the shop window here, I tell you that. Always rated him since he come in under John Eustace. I've heard a few rumours, not seen any reliable source on this yet, but just like Jason Knight could leave. Hopefully to Swansea. We'd take him. Happily take Jason Knight. Yeah, I think Stamenic might be... that's one to look out for. Stamenic might leave. Obviously got Vopotnik at Swans as well. Ball into the box, cleared away by Ayari. Headed on by Alexander Isak. Into midfield, it's Mbappe yet again. Finds Chouameni. Out to the right hand side it goes. Jules Koundé. Upamecano. Back to Chouameni. Just to let you all know as well, we're live 3 times tomorrow. England's game against Congo, Belgium, Senegal, and the USA, Bosnia. Busy day. Stamnic leaving already. Damn, I hope not. I really like Stamnic, but I do think. Well, I've heard that clubs are interested. It was a shame to see him go. A great player and our captain. He's got one left on his contract, and I'm thinking, what happened to him? Yeah, true. Here's Olise out to the far side now. Ukadine. Back it goes. Rabiot again. Olise. France bringing out the style to New Jersey and this World Cup. Dembele, sensational first touch that. Finds Olise down the line. Back to Koundé. Cross into the box and it's into the gloves of Zetterstrom. And Sweden need a goal to change the momentum of this one, to try and get back into it. Of course, the odds are stacked against them, even before the game, let alone now in the 63rd minute, 2-0 down. But you never know. Football is a crazy sport. Here is Ayari in midfield here for Sweden. Over the halfway line it goes. Svensson. Pass down the line as leads to a throw in to Sweden. Bergvall. There's not a lot of movement going forward. Gyokeres was the only Swedish player really doing anything. You know, looking at Alexander Isak here. Ball's been played on to the left hand side. He's not doing anything to try and find some space. Nothing. He's meant to be a world class striker. And he was at Newcastle, but for the past year he's been absolutely awful. On the ball again, out on the far side, look. Gyokeres moving. I'm a big believer that movement off the ball is so important in football. It's like a game of chess, trying to create space though. Langer, dispossessed there, and France win it back. Out to the far side it goes. Mbappe. Olise asks for the ball. Olise gets it. Olise. Wide it goes. 64 minutes in. And it looked like France would have got the third and sealed this game up. Great ball from Mbappe to Olise. But Olise's finish wasn't as good as we all expected it would be, unfortunately. Goal score would be massive for us. But on the flip side, when we made the playoffs, we didn't have a 15 goal season player. And sometimes having the top scorer doesn't always mean a great season. Absolutely like Swans this year. Blackburn a few years ago in 23. Yes, Smodjic. That's exactly what I was going to say. Smodjic for Potnik. But Perot was up there a few years ago as well when we were 3 points off the playoffs. Ball into the box here for France. Away by Zetterstrom. Koundé. Chouameni. Rabiot. Hit into the ground. I think that was offside, wasn't it? Rabiot was offside. Sweden quick to get underway. Alanga. Oh. Alexander Isak. I'm starting to feel a little bit bad, but what on earth was that touch? How much did he cost Liverpool? I'm not even trying to be sarcastic. How much was it? I swear it was 150 mil. Isak in the box here. Cross. 150 mil up top. With Isak. And he can't even kick of football. The game has gone. About to have the final hydration break of the match. Next time the ball goes out of play. Or whenever the ref fancies a cup of tea, really. Could be any time. We could have had Elise, but ended up with Madueke. That's like going into the barber's, asking for a skin fade, coming out bald. They're saying, yeah, the fade looks good from the bottom up, but you've continued the fade a bit far, barber. You meant to stop. Lindelof. Ball from the left-hand side. Brilliant switch of play from Goodmanson, searching for Alanga, just beaten to it by Lucadine. And this will be the hydration break. On that note, here we go. I was speaking about Isak with my mate the other day. At the time when Liverpool signed him, probably worth 150 mil. Just really unfortunate the season he had. Yeah, I mean, talk about one season wonders, and then talk about Alexander Isak. I mean, Newcastle must be absolutely buzzing right now that they let go when they did. Although at the time it would have been like painful for them, but right now, the way the last year's gone, Newcastle must be so happy that they've let him go for 150 million. And Liverpool must be searching the drawers for a receipt. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Yes, he had injuries, but there's no excuse. You always expect a player who costs that much. You've got to be able to control the ball, man. You're able to hit the ball as well. Like, he just hasn't done any of that today. I don't know what has happened. Maybe it's an off day. Yes, footballers get that, but 150 mil worth of player at his job. You know, you got to do better. So Sweden then will have 20 minutes to really go for this. Probably 25, 26 with added on time. I don't see them getting anything though. I think they are done. I don't even think they'll score one. France will probably score another one or two maybe, as Sweden try open up and try commit. It's a dangerous game, but if you are Sweden, you're going to have to do it because, well, you either accept losing now or you try and do the unthinkable and maybe get a reward. And, well, in this situation, you have to take a risk. I'm pretty confident. Graham Potter at Swansea, he always talked about taking risks, and yeah, I think he is going to get Sweden to take some more risks, go a little bit more attacking, try to commit a little bit more, even if it makes them a bit exposed at the back. Conceding while trying to get back in the game and trying to get through, or sitting back and still conceding. You know, I think the Swedish fans would be a lot happier if Sweden actually try and go for it now. Yes, it is 2-0, so the next goal is absolutely huge in this game. You could kind of see the injuries coming. I'm sure he didn't train while there was all speculation he was leaving Newcastle. Yeah, he didn't. I think he went to one of his old clubs in Sweden, didn't he? To go back to train, which was really strange, and that basically said, yeah, he's leaving Newcastle. So, play continues, and Sweden have a long throw on the right-hand side. Instant impact from the manager's words, maybe? And it goes. Flicked on, and Upamecano in the way there. Olise finds Dembele out to Mbappe to seal it for France. Olise! Saved by Zetterstrom. There we go. I tell you what, Zetterstrom is a great keeper. I said it even before today's game, so you can look back on other streams. I've always rated the Derby goalkeeper. I do think he is a great goalkeeper. And he was wearing the he was doing the Petr Cech as well, wasn't he? The scrum cap. Last couple of seasons in the championship. Not wearing it today, I don't think. I think he did have a little injury though, didn't he? At some point. My fantasy's doing okay. Dembele, Mbappe, Elise. Yeah, not too shabby. 20 points, we'll take that so far. We'll take it. Musiala let us down yesterday, but he's going home now anyway, so it doesn't matter. Liverpool wasted a chunk on Wirtz as well. Yeah, it wasn't that 125, I'm pretty sure. On the left hand side. Sweden looking to get back in the game. And they've won. No, they haven't won a corner. Goal kick. And it's Abdi Ali who's come on for Stroud. And Zanelli who's come on for Bergvall. So Ali and Zanelli on for Bergvall and Stroud there. The two Sweden changes. Stoke do seem an odd choice. I thought he'd had medical there today and signed. I hope it to do start a bidding war. I think this France team will take some stopping, guys. Yes, France have been brilliant, haven't they, Dean? Absolutely fantastic. And as for Galbraith, I don't think the medical was today. Because they Swans only accepted the offer today, so things would have had to move really quick for Galbraith to get up there today. I think it will be in the week, probably announced by end of the week. If things move really quick, but it depends. If it's his release clause, it will go to Stoke. But if it wasn't, it'll start a bidding war. Ball in again, and it's 3-0, and it's Mbappe again for France, and they get their third of the game. Mbappe gets his second, and Sweden are surely now out of the World Cup. But for Mbappe and for France, they go in through in style as they get their third goal here. Great goal from Kylian Mbappe, who looks to compete for the Golden Boot at this year's World Cup as well. Yes, it's not that important, but still it's something interesting to look forward to. And Mbappe goes level with Messi on 6 goals at the World Cup now. Elise with 4 assists. I think that might have been his 5th. Few step overs. Back heel. Down the line it went. It is Elise assist. He is onside as well. Elise gets his 5th assist. Mbappe gets his 6th goal. Absolutely brilliant. Zetström couldn't save that one, unfortunately. Great goal. Lovely goal of France. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And they are, I think, let's just have a look at how the brackets work out. So we have, I know it's behind me, but I don't really turn around. A bit rude of me. We have got France, Paraguay. France will win that. France against Morocco looks likely. It'll be France, I think. Morocco will give them a run for their money, and that'll be the closest game France will have up until this point in the World Cup. And then from the other bracket in the semi-final, probably looking like it's going to be Spain or Portugal. And that would be another great game, but I think France in the final, it could be likes of Brazil, England, Argentina. Could be a repeat of the 22 final, to be fair. And that would be really close. But honestly, France look unstoppable right now. It looks so good. Making sure I'm not missing any chats. Not a chance he was worth that. They should have tried Turkey. Yeah, Turkey looks brilliant, doesn't he? So France now, we're going to try and go forwards, but really it's just a consolation. Anything beyond this point now, isn't it? For Sweden, if they were to manage to get something. Fantastic day for the FPL. Hopefully a goal from Sweden as I predicted 3-1 France. Ah, right. I think I said something crazy like 5 or 6-1. I thought Sweden had no chance. Well, Sweden, to be fair, have been involved in 2 5-1 games. Been on both sides of them. And a 1-1 draw. So going into it, like, it's a literal lottery. Euros Olise. France go forward again. Out to the right hand side. Cut across. Sweden get away with it. Finding Rabiot. Rabiot tripping over the ball. And we got it because of doing... right. Imagine Shirky at Forest. That'd been brilliant. France 3-0. More than a fair result. More than fair. They have been absolutely brilliant today. And they show no signs of stopping either. Mbappe will won his hat-trick here, won't it? 2.4 XG, 22 shots, 11 on target. 5 big chances. They've missed 3 of them. 8 corners. Sweden have had 1 shot on target. 4 shots overall. Yeah, not the... Sweden first half really good until that Mbappe goal really, and then even after that though, France deserved to score because they'd been all over them. So Elise with 5 assists, Isaac and Odegaard on 3 each. So Elise, he's going to get the most assists, isn't he? He's probably going to win the Ballon d'Or for this year, I think anyway. Theo Hernandez coming on here for France. Replace Lucas Digne. He's the French substitution here. And I think that Mbappe will be begging Didier Deschamps to keep him on now, just so he can try and complete his hat-trick. Free kick taken on the far side here for France. Like and subscribe, absolutely. Be sure to. Chouameni out to the right hand side. Finds Koundé. Koundé back to Upamecano. Rabiot. Ooh, one back by Swinalanga. Had Gyokeres ahead. Finds Ayari. Plays Gyokeres. He's onside. Victor Gyokeres. Upamecano's too strong. And Upamecano finds Koundé again. Down the line once again. Finding Mbappe being held off by Goodmanson. Free kick to France. I do wonder, will Jean-Philippe Mateta come on? I think he's in the squad, isn't he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Ball out to left-hand side here for France. Barcola waits for the overlapping run of Theo Hernandez, chops it back, and Sweden get that one away. Final 10 minutes here before added on time. Chouameni with France. Mbappe again, bringing out all the skills. He's really enjoying himself out here in the New Jersey sunshine, in the New York Stadium. On to the right hand side they go. Have France made any more subs than that? Was it just the one? Oh no, Gusto's on and Doué. I was going to say, that's not Dembele on the right hand side. Dembele come off, Doué on the right, and Gusto on for Koundé. And of course, Hernandez on for Lucas Digne. Here's Doué. His brother got knocked out earlier in the World Cup with Ivory Coast. But he looks like he's going to be advancing to the next round with France. 5 million fans. Records. Some records. I didn't really manage to read it all there. Who do you think will top goal scorer this World Cup, guys? Would not like to say. Yeah, so far it's really close, but if France are going to have these type of fixtures like Paraguay in the next round, Argentina have got Cape Verde though, so that's an argument for that also. And then Argentina would have Australia or Egypt. So Messi could be looking at maybe like 4 goals in the next 2 games if it goes as planned. But Mbappe then would have against Paraguay, against Morocco, I could see him scoring. It's going to be close. I do think it'll be between Messi and Mbappe. Here's Mbappe again. He's got a hat trick. No, he doesn't have his hat trick. And it was Barcola, not Mbappe. I'm just to let you know, I'm quite far away from the TV, guys. I'm not like right in front of it, so I can't identify everyone that easily. Mbappe, Kane, potentially both. You don't think Messi? I think with the games Argentina have and the way Messi's performing, I think he gets. I think we're going to have the highest scoring golden boot winner we're ever going to have at the World Cup. I think it'll go to like 12 goals maybe. 11, 12 goals. It'll definitely go to double digits. Corner kick to France. In it goes. Headed away by Sweden. Out to Victor Gyokeres, but one back here by France. Chouameni in midfield. Final moments of the game. Messi, not Kane. Ah, I got you. Kane would have a good shout, I do think, but I don't know. It's just England's route. Yes, they have Congo. He'd probably score in there. Probably score against Mexico or Ecuador, and then I don't know against Norway or Brazil. And then I don't know about Argentina, who are probably going to win that bracket, or Colombia. That side anyway, up to the quarterfinals, semi-finals, then final. I don't know if he scores many more. He is second best striker in the world, in my opinion, Kane, after Haaland. Mbappe's up there in the top three. And if you're wondering about Messi and Ronaldo, well, yeah, Ronaldo's counts as a striker, but Messi obviously winger conversation. Upamecano at the back, out to the right hand side. Doué into midfield for Rabiot. Olise back inside to Doué. Loads of space out on the left hand side, and that's where they're moving the ball across to. Mbappe bringing out loads of skill moves here. Mbappe, ball across. What a ball that is. Olise, I can't keep it in play. Let me know in the chat. Is Mbappe going to... no, he's coming off. I was going to ask if he's going to get his hat-trick. No is the answer. Chouameni gets the captain's armband as Mbappe is withdrawn. And Olise as well, I think. The cameras are focusing on him. Yep. So Mbappe has to settle for yet another brace at this year's World Cup. Mbappe, Olise off. Who's coming on? Both of them have been sensational. It is Mateta. Mateta's on. And Ryan Cherki, of course. If you're Cherki, you're wondering, how on earth have I been this unlucky in life to be playing for France and only getting off the bench at the World Cup? I mean, Ryan Cherki is absolutely brilliant, isn't he? But you must be thinking, how have I been this unlucky to only be on the bench for World Cup games for France? Really unlucky that he's got Olise ahead of him, isn't he? But he's definitely not unlucky in the sense that he's a professional footballer. That's everyone's dream, isn't it? And confirmation of Mbappe's onside. It is millimetres. It looks like he was onside. He is, but didn't realise it was that close. It is millimetres. Sweden, with their free kick out to the far side it goes. They've got 5 minutes to go if they want to get a consolation goal. Into the box, Saliba heads away. And out of play for a throw-in in the corner for Sweden. I hope you all have enjoyed the stream, by the way. Thank you everyone for joining. Goes a really long way. And tomorrow, 3 live streams, as I said a few times, but just trying to promote them. Trying, of course, to have the utmost success on the channel and make it better for everyone involved in it. You guys, of course, play a big part in that, and without you guys, there is no channel. So the more people we get to watch, the more people that join the live streams, the more people to chat to, of course, for everyone. Myself, you guys watching, win-win for everyone. So that's the real aim, to build a real big football community here on the channel and just see how far we can take it, really. It's only a little hobby, but you never know where it could go. So I want to thank you all once again for that. Poor pass there from Rabiot, won back by Ali for Sweden, and then he loses the ball. Doué. Gusto, back across Upamecano to William Saliba. Into the 87th minute now. Not long left of this one. Chouameni, what a ball that is, out to the left hand side. Mateta's in the centre. Barcola's got to pass it. Took way too long. And offside for Bradley Barcola. I thought that was a fantastic ball. Great idea, but Barcola just offside. Ball at the back once again here for Sweden. I don't think 3-0 is as bad as people may think for Sweden. Of course, first half they did compete quite well. As soon as the second goal went in, it really did kill off Sweden, to be honest. But that was always going to happen against the French side who are this strong. Are we ever going to see a French side as strong as this? I'm really not sure, to be honest. I mean, if they get any stronger, it's going to be really scary then, isn't it? But they are fantastic, and France have had some brilliant teams in the past, haven't they? So have to wait and see how far they can go. But I mean, Elise, Mbappe, Dembele, not as much, but they're all still young. Doué, Barcola, of course. Everyone, really. Saliba's not that old. Shot for Gyokeres, and he'd be the Swedish man who deserves a goal the most in this one. He has by far been their best player going forward, in my opinion. Wears his heart on his sleeve, and that would have been a brilliant moment for him. It dropped to him. He's got to score, really, if we're being critical. We've got to be fair. We give the same criticism to Alexander Isak. Gyokeres has to score that. And Alexander Isak comes off here. And Nilsson coming on up top. It's like an episode of Friday Night Dinner. But that's Wilson. If you know, you know. Nilsson. France at the back. Long ball forward. Up towards boom, boom, boom. Philip Mateta. Taking quickly the free kick there for Sweden. I don't know how Mateta fouled in, by the way. We'll let the ref off. Right, how many added on minutes are we going to get of this one? I think maybe 4, 5. Can't be more than 5, surely. Ball by Ali goes back. And to be honest, I don't know why Ali hasn't come on earlier for Sweden. He looks really good. Who on earth does he play for? I'd love to know. 4 minutes, is it? Oh, brilliant. 4 minutes added on at the end of the second half. Who does this Ali guy play for? Malmo. 27 years of age. I do like the look of him. Mydron, come on as well. He's got a good future ahead of him. And the French fans are loving life here in New Jersey at the New York Stadium. They're having the time of their life here, as France are going to run out 3-0 winners unless they can score another in the closing stages of this one. Sweden at the back. Right hand side. Down the line it goes on the right wing. Advancing the play. Here's Gyokeres. And out of play. France throw in on the far side. Hopefully next week as well I can get a video out, which I do every year for the last couple of years since I've had a season ticket at the Swans. and that is ranking away fans at Swansea. So that's something to look forward to very soon. Mateta in the box, and it's just over the bar from Mr. Boom Boom Boom, Philippe Mateta. He was in the room and he almost had the ball in the back of the net there for France for 4-0. Not quite on that occasion. Lindelof finds Nigerian in midfield. Here's Ali once again. He looks so good. How is he playing for Malmo? Can Swans get in touch here with Malmo for Ali? He looks so good. Throw in. Oh my god, what happened there to Gyokeres? Wrestled off the ball. Or was it Nilsson? Hard to tell now. Final 2 minutes of added on time at the end of the second half then. Sweden will be heading home, unfortunately. They've had an interesting World Cup. They got out the group, which I think is a success considering how their qualifying campaign was going. Of course, they had to get Graham Potter in there just to make it to a World Cup. And getting out the group was the main target for Sweden, with Netherlands, Japan in there as well. So they have done well and they've competed well in this one. They've had a 5-1 victory over Tunisia, a 5-1 defeat to Netherlands, and a 1-1 draw to Japan. So it really has been a crazy World Cup for Sweden, but it's coming to an end here. For France, they'll keep on going after this one and play Paraguay in the round of 16. And we all expect them to win that one, don't we? Against Paraguay. Unless Paraguay can make another incredible surprise happen. I think we'll have to do a watch on for that one, just in case Paraguay do surprise them. Because I wasn't expecting against Germany. That game being played on the 4th. What day is the 4th? Is that Saturday? Saturday. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Oh, no. Yeah, not usually free Saturday nights, so I don't think I will be able to do that one, unfortunately. I'll have to let you know in the coming days, though. On the right hand side, shot blocked by Magnum. He's not had much to do this game, but he makes a big save there. And that will be the last action of the game. France continue on. There we go. That is it. Sweden are out. But for France, they keep on going. Mbappe gets a brace and joins Messi at the top of the Golden Boot race at the World Cup. Olise gets a brace of assists. Barcola gets a goal and Dembele gets a goal as well. Olise leading the assist chart at the World Cup this year as well. Maignan, Saliba, Upamecano really had to do nothing in this one. But Zetterstrom at the other end, he had to make 9 saves in total for Sweden. And he still conceded 3 as well. He had a good game, but he was very unfortunate with the ones he did concede. But in the end, Sweden give a good account of themselves in the first half especially, but second half even more so. France showed their class, showed their quality, and they will be advancing through. I think Svensson there has just gone over to Mbappe and asked if he had his shirt, and Mbappe said, yeah, Natal, mate. There we go then. Full time, France 3, Sweden 0. And here in New Jersey, it's goodbye to Sweden. Now, we do have a game going on at 2 AM. We're not going to be live for it tonight. Because that one could last all the way to, 5 AM again? Just like last night with Sweden-Morocco. And it ruined my day today, really, because I haven't been able to do much today. Only thing I'll be able to do is go to the gym, come home and rush and get the stream set up. So hopefully wake up a little bit earlier tomorrow, so I'm able to actually function and have a proper day. But Mexico-Ecuador, if anyone's interested in that one, I probably will watch probably about the first half and then end up going to sleep and check the score in the morning when we wake up. But if anyone else watches that one, I hope you all enjoy it. And France march on. They do indeed, mate. They do indeed. And I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has joined the stream in this one. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, I do really appreciate everyone that gives up their time and joins the stream. I do hope you all enjoy them. And if you haven't already on your way out, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Means more than I can express to you all. And thank you very much once again for all of your support once again today. Right then, there we go. That's it from me. And I will see you all tomorrow, 5 PM. It's England versus Congo. Will England crash out, or will England progress into the round of 16? Belgium, Senegal at 9, and USA, Bosnia, 1 AM game tomorrow. So 3 streams to look forward to, and I'll see you in the next one very soon, guys. Take care, stay safe. Thanks all for watching. I'll see you very soon. Take care. Goodbye.